Hello everyone, and we are going to continue on with Dark Souls 2, the musical. Let's finish up talking to the crestfallen knight.
Life is a journey, and every journey eventually leads to home. Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants. There was once a great fort, but little of it remains. You may just find something there that will be of use on your journey. But don't venture too far inside, or you might not come back. Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond the far gate. In the cathedral, the Apostles of Blue gather. But the road leading there is perilous. The gate is rigged with some contraption. But how it works, I just don't know. Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth? I don't know what it's like down below, but I wouldn't suggest trying to find out. Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort.
Give me a few episodes. Watch me.
The flame you see there is a bonfire. They exist all across the land, beacons to we undead. If you are tired, try resting beside the flame. The flame heals us. Long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire. She kept the flame lit and guarded it from those who would extinguish it. I wonder where the firekeepers went.
Speaking of which, there was one person I forgot to talk to, but we'll do that later.
Did you notice any letters on the ground on the way here? These are messages that have jumped the fissures between worlds. In Drang Lake, the flow of time is convoluted. Things shift and waver, twist and turn. Poignant wishes, dashed dreams. The messages convey our very inner thoughts. If your will to soldier on falters, try leaving a message. Somebody out there is sure to listen. You may notice symbols that appear upon the ground. These are summon signatures. They call upon spirits from other worlds through the schisms in time. If you fear hollows, find summon signatures to call upon spirits to help you. Do you see the word?
And that's it.
But don't venture. May you find peace on your journey.
Got a few more people to talk to. 3 to be exact.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
Yeah, so this door's locked, but there's this giant hole right here. There's a smaller but still big hole that used to be a window. You know what? If that was at the ground, I could walk through that. And my shoulders would barely touch the edge. And then there's this giant hole here. All you'd have to do is get some of these boxes and this barrel over here. Or that chair. Stack them up right here. Whatever. And now let's talk to Maudlin real quick.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morling, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business, if you'd be so kind. I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash. Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here?
Okay. So I'm going to go through his story, but
Well, I do hope I see you.
Since I don't really care about any of the stuff he sells, after I do that, or any of the boss armors, really. Honestly, my favorite armor in the entire game is the Frozen armor. I know it's I know it's basically the cover art, but that really is my favorite armor in this game. And now we have one last person to talk to before we can move on and finally start killing stuff again.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair. I'm gonna be the main event, like no king was before. I'm brushing up, I'm looking down, I'm working on my roar. Thus far, a rather uninspiring feat. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. No one's saying do this, no one's saying be there, no one's saying stop that, no one's saying see here. Free to run around all day. Free to do it all my way. I think it's time that you and I arranged a heart-to-heart. Kings don't need advice from little hornbills for a start. If this is where the monarchy is headed, count me out. Out of service, out of Africa, I wouldn't hang about. This child is getting wildly out of wing. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Everybody look left, everybody look right. Everywhere you look, I'm standing in the spotlight. Let every creature go for broke and sing. Let's hear it in the herd and on the wing. It's gonna be King Simba's finest fling. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid. Seek those whose names are unutterable, the four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away. Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. To see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
She really likes to talk.
Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it?
Over the river and through the woods to King Benren's house we go.
Those who come to Dranglake seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hollow. It happens to them all, sooner or later. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken. Although he does offer sound advice. Perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future. That tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day. The sign you bear will drain your very souls. And without souls, you will turn hollow. Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead. If you find an Estus shard, bring it to me, so that I may ease your burden. Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle.
And that's enough of that. Okay, finally moving on to killing things. So, Couple of things I need to mention. I may or may not have talked about this. I don't believe I did, because I tried to record this episode before and had an issue. I always forget this rusted coin. Why is a rusted coin in an iron lockbox? Why is there not something better? Or why is it not just a wooden chest? Moving on. So I tried to record this before and messed up with the... somehow or another, my commentary got lost, so I actually don't remember whether I've talked about this. I think all of this is not there, but... what happens to... when you kill a hollow? I mean, an undead, when it dies, only gets closer to becoming a hollow. But when you kill a hollow, does the undead finally die? Or does it just perpetually exist? Because if several ages have passed with the sign coming, unless when the sign disappears... I feel like this used to be 5 human effigies when the game came out, but unless when the sign is on, it is before this, when once the sign goes away for whatever reason, anything afflicted with it, the curse is broken for them, allowing the hollows to finally die. Or does killing a hollow end its existence because it has become a hollow, lost all sense of self? Come here, you. Light the bonfire. Now I got you guys coming. And... oh! Not what I was trying to do. Life gem. Handy. Was just out of range. Will you stop backstepping? Yeah, so that's how you attack with a... You have to do a lunging attack with regular shields. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out how to make use of the bleed effect on this thing. Yeah. There we go. Alright. So, next, let's see, we got a little while left. Let's go ahead and talk about what I have planned as far as build goes. Give me just 1 second. Now, depending on... Alright. Depending on where they are is where I go first. Oh! Yeah. If they're all bunched together, you can either wait for them, like, if they're all bunched together around this area, you can wait for them to come over to leave and separate, or you can bait them into coming down the ladder. There's several things you can do. However, if they're spread out, you can do like I did, run over, take care of one. One on its own, or two on their own, is not difficult to deal with. Three, and they all have different weapons, is where it starts to get a little unwieldy. Just be careful. If you go for the swordsman first, the axe-wielding one will usually be fast enough to run over and give an overhand swing to you, so you want to be ready to dodge as soon as you get done killing the one with the sword and shield, as you saw me do for the knife guy. But back to what I was saying about what I have planned for this build. I've done some thinking about the character, and she's based on the name, I think I'm going to go with a Viking style character. Swords, shields, we're swords and axes, but we're going to be I'm going to be swapping between dual wielding and sword and board style, depending on the situation. At least after I get my character a little customized. Did I pick up everything now? Yeah. This guy is not really difficult to beat if you're careful. I'm not going to fight him right now. And we'll go over why when it actually becomes relevant. That down there, you have to run and jump here. You want to be really careful because you can barely make the jump. Actually, that was probably the most perfect I've ever done that. And then you just hop down there. Need every soul I can get, and those... Oh, I just thought of something I completely forgot to do. Sorry, I got distracted by noise. I know it looks... I have no idea why, but I can't stand not having my... just not having the Estus Flask in the first slot. Oh yeah, I already killed him. I was about to say, as soon as you... That guy will only stand up once you are near and have your back turned to him. But I completely forgot I went over and killed him already. So, yeah. As far as stats... Watch out for that guy coming around the corner. If you turn and lock on, you can strafe around him pretty good, pretty easily. So when he does that jump attack, you can just backstab him, no problem. There's two guys in there. I prefer to take... Whoa! Apparently they didn't want to wait for me. Normally what I do is I come over here and then run back a little bit. Only thing in here is some wooden bolts. These become iron bolts, or not iron bolts, but heavy bolts in New Game Plus. But yeah, I can't stand not having my Estus Flask in the first slot for some reason. As far as actual stats for my build go, I'm planning on doing quality. Totally screwed up that dodge, but whatever. Barely got my shield up in time. Hey guy, come here. May as well. Aw, no firebomb. I did figure out a use for those rusted coins, though. Buckler. I'm planning. I'm gonna be doing a quality build to a point because I'm going to be dual wielding, so I want to be able to power stance any weapons I have equipped, or most weapons I have equipped. I don't know why I waited for him to get up. Witching urns. I may or may not need these. This, we'll talk to her here in a minute if we still have time. First, I want to go over here. Alright. See, this door opens with the soldier's key, but you can see it's damaged, so you can just beat it down. There's not much in here. It's just this chest. You may notice under my health and stamina bars there, that corpse over there is moving. Now he's a real corpse. Hand axe, radiant life gem. Through here we have an iron lockbox that has good stuff in it. The small white sign soapstone and our second Estus shard. Now, if you do this right, you can actually have 4 Estus plus 1 before facing your first boss. I'm not going to do that. I'll probably have the 4 Estus, but I'm not going to go ahead and get the plus 1. And for drops like these, you want to line up the camera very carefully. And then push forward ever so slightly on the stick. So you just step off and drop straight down. Okay, this wall over here, on the other side there's explosions. I'm not planning on demonstrating this, however, it is possible if you throw a firebomb at this wall about where my head is, or somewhere around, probably about where my sword hand is, the fire will actually go through the wall and blow up the gunpowder on the other side from this side of the wall, but you have to hit the firebomb right. Let's rest and fix my sword. But yeah, I'm not going to show that off. I'll throw a link in the description to a video where that does have that shown off, which is actually where I found it. I haven't forgot about the NPC. We'll talk to her in the next episode. Don't have time for all of it in this one. 1, 2, 3. Step back. Hey, pikeman. Yeah! Pikeman, forward! So lost undead. Should have killed him first, but whatever. Now, I actually need all of those soul chunks that I've been picking up. It's also part of, well, we'll do a bit more discussion. I'm actually not going to go through that fog yet. Climb back up here. Alright. That's going to be the end of this episode. In the next episode, we will talk to Melentia. We will get what is probably going to be one of our main weapons through half this playthrough, and we'll find out why I need all of these soul chunks. But until then, I will bid you farewell, everyone.